Well, hello, burp. Hello there, boys and girls. How the hell is everybody doing? Oh, it is Tuesday. I had to take yesterday as a personal day because, well, I was freaking sore and miserable. We have Gunpla Fixation with the gold star saying subs up. We have Justin Norman with the silver star saying I was literally just watching part 2 when this popped up. Well, thank you for coming over and catching the live. I promised a couple of people that I would work on some resin this week since I did nothing but plastic in the perfect grade last week. So yeah, that's where we are. Hope everybody had a good weekend, is having a good week so far. I personally am just kind of picking up some trash and throwing away some stuff off the desk right now. Been kind of cleaning up. You guys may have seen my community post. Okay. Where I have a couple of new kits coming in. And we have Djibouti in the house with the bronze star. Hello, Djibouti. Have you told your wife? We have Patrick Lindbergh in the house with the aluminum star saying what's up. Have you told your wife what I call you on stream? I'm just curious what her reaction is if you have. No. Well, I may have to remedy that. Okay, so today we're going to be working on, because a couple people ask about it. We're going to do the chest today for the high new. Resin Modeler is in the house, and Yo-Yo Dave. I'm not sure what comes after aluminum. Dirt. Resin Modeler gets the dirt star. I'm trying to come up with stuff for you guys. Okay. So what we've got, again, we're going to be working on some resin. We're going to be working on the chest. I did already start on part of this, so I am bad. I'm sorry. I did try and pop off some of the pieces. You'll understand why when I end up showing you. Yes, I'm looking around like a crackhead right now. I ended up ordering more bottles because I need to mix up a bunch of paint, because we're going to go through my annual painting phase. I have mental periods, and I don't mean mental periods where I bleed. I mean mental periods where I want to work on nothing but resin. I want to do nothing but just chill and snap up some kits. And I have some periods of time when I just want to play some video games, and yeah. And yeah, there's the plastic star. All right, yeah. So Justin says the plastic star. We'll come up with that. We'll come up with little logos and stuff like that. So we got the plastic star. I'm looking around. I still need to get this section organized. I've been working my way around the room, but I've been so busy trying to make videos and stuff for you guys that I haven't been concentrating on finishing up the rest of the studio, so that I can actually paint some stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to do a live tomorrow, but I am definitely going to try. Yeah, get that out of my ear. My ears are still wet from a shower. As you know from last week, we finished up the perfect grade Unleashed. He's sitting over on the shelf looking gorgeous. I just have to finish shooting a review. You guys know I am horrible at my reviews. If you want decent reviews, check out Zaku Aurelius, check out Mecha Gaiatsu, check out UC Gundam. There's a couple other people I'm sure that end up making reviews that are better than mine and more detailed. I plan on doing a short under 5-minute review, and I think I'm going to try and make that a thing for my plastic kits. Like, I don't want to, how do I put this and not be insulting to some people? I don't care that the knee can bend 460 degrees. I don't, like, does it look good? Does it stand up by itself? Things like that. That's what I care about. And that's what my reviews are going to be. Should you buy it? Should you not buy it? Or should you just buy it to modify it? I got this guy all finished up, and does he stand on his own? Well, only if you use the wings to prop him up. It's not a bad build. I enjoyed the build on it. I do need to panel line it and stuff before I end up doing the review. But yeah, that's going to be. I literally purchased that just to purchase it, just to have something that I knew would be quick, new, to snap up while I was waiting for the perfect grade to get here. I bought it out of frustration, much like the Chipotle burrito that I ordered for lunch today and ate the whole damn thing. I ordered it out of frustration. Let's see here. We have Djibouti laughing. Sounds like heavy flow. Paul Damasio saying, hello, Dave. Hello, everyone in chat. Hello, Paul. And I think, let me check my tracking. I think most people, except for some reason it didn't show that Ungawa got his package today. It's saying at his post office, which his package was not part of a giveaway. His was completely separate. So YUJIAOLAND got his package delivered today. Jason got his airbrush. He already posted in the HAGN Facebook group, which there's a link in the description. Go over and check it out if you haven't already. Not a lot of posts get put up there, but you know, you can post there. I'll end up seeing it. And Ozzy ended up getting his package today. So that's three of the winners, I think, that ended up getting theirs. And Djibouti got his package last week. Dude, northbound now with the news. Northbound Highway 99 south of Bakersfield closed due to down power lines. So if you're in the south of Bakersfield area, be cautious. Highway 99 is closed due to down power lines. I guess areas are getting wind. I know the mountains are getting wind. I woke up for no apparent reason at 3:30 this morning, having to pee, but just no apparent reason. I woke up and I went outside because I was like, it looks wet out there. And it was like, and I guess two clouds had passed overhead about the size of a Volkswagen each and just poured rain, and it was blowing pretty damn good. And then by 4 o'clock in the morning, it was crystal clear skies and some blowing. And then today we had like a slight breeze. And I was really hoping to see some tents fly away for the injection sites, but that is another story. Okay, let's see here. Djibouti says, me too. And Paul Damasio says, no package for me, sadly. Well, definitely stay tuned because I am going to be holding more contests and giveaways. If you are a member, there is a membership tab or join tab right down here somewhere. If you join that, no matter what the tier is, I will be doing some kind of monthly giveaway strictly for the members. As I thank you for supporting the channel. I believe the lowest one is 99 cents, $1.99, and the most expensive one is $9.99, I believe. And those are the God tier members, which like Djibouti. And for December, he ended up getting a brand new airbrush just for being a God tier member, along with the other Jason, which is also a God tier member. I decided to give them airbrushes just. So for $10 a month, you have a chance to win something like that. I can't guarantee that I will be doing big contests and giving away expensive stuff like that every month, but I will try and give something away to someone every month. And now, a drink. Rockstar. Sponsor me, Rockstar. Sponsor me. Let's see, what else have we got? We got a shill for Galactic Toys. Galactic Toys for all your hobby needs. You can pick up Warhammer, kits, toys, trains, modeling supplies, just about everything. Use code Starshadow for 10% off anything in the store. Speaking of, let's get to this real quick. Yes, I know, the first video of the week live stream sucks because I spend the first 15-20 minutes just talking about nothing. I tried to be a trader. I went over to New Type because they had something I wanted, since they carry some resin kits. I found out that despite everybody's videos, whether it be it's a Gunpla, it's a Gundam, whether it be, no matter who it is, it's Gunpla Melee. They say in their little promo things, use code such and such for 10% off anything in the store. This is not true. Evidently, it's only on select products. It's not on every tool. It's only on select tools. It's not on resin at all. I even emailed them or sent them a message through Facebook to see, hey, do you guys have a special code, or do you guys run like special code sales every once in a while for holidays that include resin? And the answer was no, because they get limited amounts, which I understand that. So I took my money elsewhere, because not only on top of there's no discount on there, I have to pay sales tax. So I was going to buy, because I wanted it, not for any apparent reason, just I wanted it. I wanted the Master Grade Dynamis Fortune Meow conversion. There's another one, Studio something or other, but I don't like that one as much. I wanted the Fortune Meow, and I've never unboxed for you guys or seen a Fortune Meow in my hand, their casting and everything. So I was curious, and so I was going to spend the money. But by the time I was done, it was $140 some odd between the price of the kit and then with tax on top of it. So I went to my go-to place, which had them in stock, which is GK Model. I ended up picking it up there for $90 some odd plus shipping, and I got, I think it's the Utopia cast, but it's GK Model's casting of the MRSA Kshatriya. And I've done Kshatriyas for other people. I've built them up, gotten them all prepped and everything. Like, people wanted to paint them themselves, but they wanted them to have them prepped. I've done 2 of the Neo grades. I've done an SMS. I've had the Alien in my hands. I've had the G Systems 1/72 scale. I've had all of these. I've actually had 2 of those, but they were never mine. So this one is all mine. Now, what's curious about the MRSA is it has posable joints. So it's posable at the waist, I think the knees, the hips. I don't know about the ankles, and the arms are, and then of course the binders are sort of. So the plan is, I want you guys to stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, hit the little bell, turn on notifications, because I'm going to do a week-long live stream, and I'm going to try and plan it out just like we did with the Unleashed, where every day we work on a section, and by the end of the week, it is built. I want to try and get it all prepped. I want to try and mount it. Everyone does the standing pose, or the just, it's kind of floating there, but it's in that standing pose. I don't want that. I want to do something different. I want to do something unique. I want to mount it on a base in a flight pose from the show or from the movie, with debris and everything. I want to kind of create that scene, one of the snapshots from that scene, and mentally I have it in my head. I want to have all the funnels out. I want to create effects coming out of the funnels, but I want to try and keep a majority of it hidden. So we will see how this ends up working out. You can follow me on this disaster. But yeah, I want to try and do this. I have a bad feeling. We will test this out because it comes with ball joints and stuff. I have a bad feeling that it just, if you leave it sitting like that, it's going to go all bad just from the weight. It's just going to collapse. So that is actually on its way. I placed the order. When did I place the order? I placed the order about 11 p.m. Or so on Sunday night. I got the invoice about 3 a.m. Paid the invoice yesterday, and it's already on its way. I also purchased a bunch of Delphi, or not Delphi. Well, I did place an order with Delphi, so I got. Also, stay tuned. I ordered 2 sets of each of water slides for the Perfect Grade Unleashed. I ordered 2 sets of the holograms and 2 sets of the regular water slides. I will be giving away 1 set of holograms and 1 set of regular to someone. We'll have a contest to do that. But I will do that. They're not expensive. I think they were like $6 each or something like that. But it saves you from having to order from them and do the shipping and everything. I ordered a Razor Plus. So we have... Where the hell did I put it? It was so organized, he was cleaning that he can't find anything. So I ended up getting the Razor 1.5 from Djibouti. Thank you, Djibouti. And I ended up ordering the Razor Plus. Now, the reason I ordered the Razor Plus is because there was also this one that Djibouti sent me, which is a double-sided. And I have this one, which is the God Hand. So the Razor Plus is somewhere between this and this in size. And I find this very comfortable to hold on to size-wise. So that is coming. I ordered that from Delphi as well. I was trying to reach the $80 mark. Ordered some other decals and stuff like that. So those are on the way. Those should be here by the end of the week. I ordered a whole bunch of display tools. And again, I did cheat this time. I ordered, I don't know, $150 worth, something like that, maybe more, from Galactic Toys. And then I ordered 2 from unnamed store. Like, I'll order from them, but I won't give them any credit. I ordered the circle cutter because that really interests me. And I will use the hell out of that for things. And I also ordered a aluminum brick block holder for scriber tips and everything, because I got scribers and stuff. So anyway, that is what is coming hopefully sometime this week. I haven't gotten shipping notice from Galactic or the unnamed store, but Delphi seems to be on the ball. Like, they had it shipped and they had me a tracking number and shipped within like 12 hours of me placing the order. So good job, Delphi. Let's take a look at chat real quick. Well, guys, it's getting tired. Okay, I'm sorry I missed that. Good night, Paul. Thank you for stopping by. Gunpla Fixation, the best 100 Kshatriya is the SMS version. I disagree. The Neo Grade is the best, because SMS is actually just a retooled recast of the Neo Grade. MRSA has that weird whole mechanical detail butt section. I actually kind of like that. Djibouti says, I've worked out a way to get one. Ha 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 ha. Ozzy, hi everyone. Hey Ozzy, did you get your package today? Justin Norman, have you by chance had the model bingo kits? The blue dual kit is kind of what made me end up here. Well, that plus the resin kit, there are 2 reasons I'm here. I haven't, but I think I have, but I can't remember which kits that they are as far as model bingo. But I do want to try that. I've seen a couple of their newer ones that I want to try out. Exia Alvarez says, what's been the hardest part of the conversion so far? Of this one? The hardest part, I want to say there's 2 sections. This waist section is kind of tricky. Or the chest section, which we'll be looking at today, is kind of tricky. And also this section was kind of tricky, which is for the binders. And it was a little bit tricky as far as instructions. When I do the build on this side, I will show you guys. I did modify this one though, if you can see it. I actually magnetized that and that so that it's easy for portability. This one was a pain in the butt to figure out how things end up being placed. Oh, and another reason that I got the MRSA version that GKM has is because evidently they have really crappy instructions and don't really tell you where things to go. And I want to fix that problem because, well, that's why people come here, evidently. That and my lovely face and my hair that's getting in my face. Let's see here. Dude, stop with the aggressive goals. You'll just end up not finishing it. Just do I enjoy building. Like, you may end up seeing these primed. That's it. I enjoy the building process. That's me. I'll ship them to you to paint. Exia Alvarez, Delphi Hollow decals are great. That's good to know. Delphi will get to you soon. I've gotten from them in like 5 days. So I'm on the West Coast. I'm in California, and my package left Korea yesterday. They do FedEx whatever Express, and it's in a packet. So yeah, I'll have them in a couple days. Not worried about that. Ozzy, got my nippers, Dave. Thank you so much. Good to hear. That's what I was checking on. Jim, bro, the fact SMS retooling Neograde version is what makes it superior. Neograde is too lanky in proportions. So SMS didn't really change the proportions that much as far as I'm aware. But what they did do was they added details. Now they changed the Sosby bust, and I actually like that crown, that cap piece better, because it has the longer pieces that come down and everything, and they elongated. But I don't remember them really changing the proportions all that much on the Kshatriya. Let's see here. Resin looks good unpainted, just panel lines too. Jim says SMS bulked up to bulky Kshatriya. It's supposed to look instead of a basketball player. Also corrected the logo and changed it on the Neo Xeon logo. That they did do. They did add some things. I miss SMS. Like, I do miss SMS. They usually took things that were kind of plain and added a lot more details. So I do miss that about SMS. I know that they are sort of still around, but they're not really doing that much. In fact, I can tell you what name that they're... If my mouse decides to effing work... I just put a new battery in you. Stop being... I don't know why my mouse is being dumb. Let me do this. Let me switch to... Is there going to be a view? Is there going to be a view? What? No view? No view. What the hell? Why do I not have a view here? I made sure everything worked before I ended up doing this. This is going to piss me off. Why do I not have a view over here? Oh, this is going to piss me off. This was literally working. Before I even started this. Do 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 do. Like, my computer's not chugging or anything. Yes, I know the screen is black. Why is nothing freaking nothing? Yes, I know the face cam isn't working because of USB. And now for some reason this isn't working. You know how we fix this? We go, oh, do you want to argue with me? We just cut your power. I do not know why my USB stuff has been giving me such grief. There. See? I gotta figure out what's going on because Windows updated, I want to say, a week ago. And ever since then, I started having the issue with my USB things. Okay, there's that. Okay, here we are. Hi. Let's get this back up here. Jeezy, crazy. So yeah, ever since then, and like randomly, I'll catch out of the corner of my eye, my Stream Deck will reset. The A10 Mini will reset. My keyboard will reset. My mouse has not been, like, it's literally cycling through my USB connections and turning off and turning on and turning off and turning on. And I've checked the updates. I don't know. Yes, this station was experiencing significant issues. Let's see here. Kenny Lim was the lead designer for SMS back when it was great. He even posted side-by-side pics of the Casaccia. Actually, let me do this. What I was going to do before shit went sideways was GK model, because they have a new company name, and that company name would be, see, why are you throwing a fit? I just want to scroll. Just let me scroll. Just let me scroll. Shark Tiger, not Shark Hanger. Where? Kids Power. So the company that pretty much took over and SMS was going through is Kids Power. Yes, I do have Gremlins. I even tried to update my USB drivers, and they're like, "Oh, everything's up to date." Well, really? Because it doesn't feel like it. Let's see here. He even posted side by six. Switch back. Dave's World After Dark only. OnlyFans. Hey, baby. Everybody, put your shirts back down. Nobody wants to see that. Well, I might. Post it on Instagram. Tag me. Dave's World 74. And I will see that. Justin Norman, giggity. And this station experiencing, you have Gremlins? Yes, it's a hot mess. When is it not a hot mess around here? Okay, so these are all the parts that came in the original kit that we don't need. We'll push those all to the side. There's a lot of them. Okay, those are the parts we don't need. This is just the parts that we do need. Right here. Now, as you can see, I've already done some stuff. This is kind of crooked. I just have it spot glued on here. So I just have it spot glued on here. These sections on here, I do have glued in. There are two sections. There's this section, and then there's a little middle section. I do have those already glued. And I did not feel like prying them off and breaking them to get them back through. Now, you may notice there's a pin here. What did Dave do? Well, what Dave did, this is just pushed in. So everything is still all together. Everything is disconnectable. Okay? You know how Dave is with his magnets. So part F, this part right here, is a pain in the butt because it doesn't fit in there real well. So I did pins. These are significant on both sides here to hold this in. Plus it is epoxied into that spot. Made sure that everything was all nice and level on this side. The reason that there's a hole all the way through the ball is because I was doing a pilot hole. I also, so that it fit on the waist better, this peg was actually raised out a little bit. So I actually cut it off, and I shortened that down. I just went right down to the ball and I epoxied it right the hell to this peg right here. So that's what I ended up doing on it. This has 2 1/4-inch N52 magnets. And the reason I did that was, one, for separation, because this is kind of a fidgety fit into the waist section here, and for coming apart. Okay, I tried to make it as easy as possible and also keep its flexibility, because it does still have its flexibility. So those things I already did. Let me... Oh, this heater is going to kill me. $76 Jesus. Think I was in Florida or something. Good Lord. Good Lord. It's so hot. Not hot like Christina Applegate hot. Just hot. So when you end up doing this in the instruction booklet, we'll turn that off so it's not so bright. It shows you in the chest section here. There are 2 pegs, which now that I turned off the light, you can't freaking see. But there are 2 pieces that are on here. You do want to nip those off and file those down completely flat. On this section that is right here, you want to nip off the ball that's on there and then do it flat. I went to extreme and I stuck a big ass magnet in there. So, but that is about it as far as modifications to the chest section. Let's find the chest section in here. I actually haven't cracked this open and looked at the instruction manual. Kids are not allowed to touch their thermostat. Well, I don't have kids, but I do have a wife, so that probably counts. Where is shins? We already did shins. Thighs, the thick thighs, we already did that. Waist, we haven't done that yet. We're not going to do all the second things. Arms, shoulders, blah blah blah. Chest. Okay. Yeah, the instructions, they're not super hot. They're not even medium hot. And so these, let's get back over to here. We don't need to be that zoomed in. So these are the parts, and I have already pretty much prepped all these pieces. So of course we already had this piece. You can choose to glue this in if you want. I would hold off for right now. It does fit in there very well, and it does still need some cleanup. I need to fill in, there's a little like spot hole right here on this piece. And what I'll end up doing ultimately is, once I'm done doing this section, is I will I'll pull everything apart, wash it, clean up any little bits of panel lines, stuff like that, fill any little holes, just end up doing that kind of stuff. I would suggest just taking apart pretty much the whole chest to be able to get the sections in and out that you do need to do. Otherwise it's going to be a pain in the butt. Where are we? I should probably sand that down a little bit. because I already had this piece kind of mocked up, but that was before Unleashed arrived. And it did look good. There were some gap issues, but it did look good. In the instructions, it shows for here, there are a couple plates that end up going in. So where are we? I already popped those out once. So these I already have glued together. These actually make up 2 pieces. So there's 2 pieces. You do want the panel line part to the top. And then they're going to go in just like that. I thought about leaving them, but I want to show you guys what I did with the pin section to hold that white piece in place. Dr. Hassoun says, good morning. Good morning, sir. Oh, while I have you here, I told you I would do it tonight and I completely forgot. You want to know the size of the cups that fit in the RD station, that actually fit, not the small ones, right? So let's put them in. So they are, technically I think they're supposed to be 50 millimeter, but it's coming out at 49 millimeters. And the actual cup lip down is 41 millimeters. And the lip on here is 3 millimeters or so. So hopefully that helps you out. I was going to actually do it under the stream. So technically, I think they're supposed to be 50 millimeter with 3 millimeter lip, and the actual circumference up at the top for the cup part is 41. And then the very bottom part is 35 millimeters. So hopefully that helps you out. You don't end up getting the small ones. I thought you got the right sizes though, because I remember we were talking about that and trying to get that fixed up. All right, so we're going to take one of these. We're going to put it, we're going to go back out. We're going to put it right there. Now, one thing I like doing with these is I use the backside. I put some glue and I use a toothpick to dab it where I need it to go. But you can do the same thing with aluminum foil and just throw it away when you're done. It also does not cure as quickly sitting on there. And if it does happen to dry on here, you can just take your X-Acto blade and just literally pop it right the hell off. How's the fit on the kits, on this kit so far? The fit is pretty good. It does have some issues where some gaps need to be filled in, but it's not horrible. Like, it's not unbearable. I've seen a lot worse. And I haven't even hit this with any heat or anything, any hot water, anything like that. So I think once I end up fully washing them and throwing some heat to them, they will fit a lot better. The only issue that I had was for the skirts. There's, I forgot which skirts they are. I think they're the skirts like these that it replaces the front and the back side. Were a little bit loose on the kit, and I'm going to do a video showing how to replace that. And let's see here, Dr. Soon. I purchased the same as you, and I got the and the seller sent smaller ones. Yeah, we'll have them replace that crap, because nothing is more irritating than putting your cups in there and they fall down. All right, so on this, we're going to try not to glue my finger to it. And on this side, we're going to do the same thing. Now, what I use for the pin on here, you can use whatever you want. If you want to use brass rod, so forth. I happen to use 1/8 inch hollow aluminum tubing for 2 reasons. One, I lost my mini bolt cutters. These little guys. So somewhere in this house, there's another pair of these. I ended up ordering those over the holidays. So that's one reason. Second reason, I have a bunch of that stuff. Third reason, because it's aluminum, I can file down the ends to make them nice and rounded so they slide right in. Gunpla fixation. I'm working on a Dreamcast kit, and some of the armor pieces on the kit don't even fit, like they have shrunk, having to recreate and rescribe stock parts. That part severely sucks. I'm sorry you're having to deal with that. So my only issue with this is, so this gives you that gap. Let's see. This gives you that gap around, which I kind of like. It makes it extends the body, but you do have these little gaps in here. If I take the toothpick and show, like right here, right here, right here, right here. I mean, I'm going to fill these in so that you don't end up seeing those. If you do push down to the body where it's all compressed, I don't think there's enough room for these pieces, because as you can see, these actually almost butt up against each other as is. Doesn't leave a whole bunch of space. Didn't even think recast parts could shrink. None of the pegs match the holes. Well, if they made a copy of a crappy copy, or if their mold shrank, like that can end up happening. A lot of times companies will use like cheap like rubber material for the molds, and they will shrink. All right. So we have this section, Now, and I understand where people get onto me and they want me to do these videos because the instructions are horrible. Like, they really are. I mean, they kind of tell you where things go, but they don't tell you the best order of placing the parts. So I think, and I should have done this live stream back when I first mocked this all up, but I didn't, because I'm a worthless piece of crap. So these shoulder pieces fit on fairly well, and I'm just going to, because I don't want pieces falling off, I just want to dab just the smallest amount on there. Now this, I would say, once you get like mocked up and stuff, if you hit it with like a hairdryer on hot, pieces will basically kind of fall into place, like where there's little gaps and stuff. Just hit it with a hairdryer, go slow, go easy, just kind of push and prod, and pieces will kind of meld together, not melt, but meld together, and they'll actually work a lot better for you. Let's see here. Dead to Death, especially recap. You didn't know shrinking was a thing with resin? Let's see here. What's up, Jim? LOL, I knew, but I never knew the extent. Larger pieces, more shrinkage. The biggest reason it avoids shitty recasters in general. Yeah, I've had some that, like, it's weird. Like, a piece will be normal, and then halfway through it, it'll be all, the arm will be all, and then back to normal size. Like, what the hell is this? All right, so we'll put on this other piece over here. And with these, you just kind of want to feed down, like chest down, and then that'll make your life a lot easier, because you don't want to break those little fins off. And man, there are so many companies making copies now, or not copies, but like their own version. There's another company coming out with one. I'm like, I don't really have an interest in that one. It didn't appeal to me. I saw it over on Musajin Hobby. I didn't really have an interest. And I have a little sharp edge there. Let's see. And let's change blades. The only thing that I did not order from that was display is I actually wanted to try their cutting mat. I have cutting mats, like, don't get me wrong, but theirs kind of looked interesting, the black side, because it actually looks matte. It looks like I could put that here and have a nice matte background so that I don't have glare on it. So I may end up getting one of those at one time when they're in stock. I don't know. But everyone keeps raving to me. Dr. Hassoun sent me a whole bunch of pictures and making me drool. A couple of other people were like, oh, you need to pick these up and try them out. And I'm like, okay. So I purchased a bunch of this stuff. All right, so there's that part. The collar pieces are on. And I want to say I want to put these on. I do want to put these on. So next up, we will put these bottom sections, and actually technically they should have gone on first, but it's all good. Because they have the little notch that goes underneath here. Like, I just popped that loose. And that's why I say just do just a dab of glue. Like, just the smallest amount. Because that will save you many headaches. Let's see here. Vents on the 51 cast looks like actual hot trash. If they were going to put that little effort, they shouldn't have bothered with making resin pieces for that. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought that. Like, I saw it and just went, And I almost thought about picking up the Fortune Meow for you guys, just to have a comparison, but I didn't want to do another Hainu. Like, I didn't want to have to buy another Hainu and build it. You know what? Where am I? Where am I? I'm in Fresno, California. And I'm in Fresno, home of hell. Welcome to hell. What's up, Steph's kids? Their Hainu HWS conversion. No. I am interested in, there is a conversion of coming for the what's the kit? There's the Dynamis, and then there's the one that I'm not particularly fond of because I don't like transforming kits. Curios. I will probably be trying to acquire that. because I like the way that ends up looking. So we will see. Hey, what's up, Mangawa? Mangawa says, I like the 51 new. The new or the high new? I haven't seen the... John with the hot takes again. John and I have a lot of similar taste in kits. I saw it and I did not think with the versions that are out that it's worth, for the cost you might as well get something better. Let's see, where am I? I'm trying to remember because there was a certain way that I wanted to put things on here. Technically, they should have gone on first. And that's my irritation with this, is it doesn't tell you in the instructions like this piece first, this piece second. So you end up doing like I'm doing right now. Like, you can get them on there, but it's better to put them on before. So with these chest vent things, I would slide that on there, then put on the bottom piece, then put on the top piece. And they do fit in there loosely, so I mean, I would just glue them into place, but not until you get the chest vent things in. So one thing when I did the mock-up was when I put in, which I'm not sure where the hell they are. Oh, they're right here. Oh, at least one of them is. Where's the other one? Alright, it's around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I would, before you put on the center section right here, I gotta get this closed down. Before you put on the center section, I would end up fitting these in. Yes, they're notches. Yes, you can just slap them in there. But I wouldn't yet. You kind of want to slide them in. Get them situated. And then put in that centerpiece, because it's going to take a little finagling for it to look right. Get out. Get out of my house. Let's see here. Jim says John's a hard man to please. Let's see. The stream I was waiting for. Yeah, because you're the one that said the other day, hey, do the chest. So that is exactly what I'm trying to do. Well, that's still settling. You want to make sure and push it over as far as you can and just let it sit for a minute, and then we'll adhere these. Otherwise, these will just end up flopping around. I'm just doing a little bit of glue to hold them in place, unless you're finishing, you know, putting these in, and then you can secure them however you want. But if you don't, make sure that's all the way over and like nestled in there. Then you can't put on the centerpiece and it actually swing down. That's kind of what it looks like right now. So the chest isn't overly complicated, and so I don't know if you saw the beginning, Miguel, but I modified this where the waist is magnetic so that it's easily, you know, you can separate it easily. Let's see here. That has the fuggliest head of any Kshatriya. Yeah, we'll end up doing some modifications to that. Jim says, I don't hate the Mursa, but it has that back skirt with the open armor that I despise. Like, what the fuck, makes no sense. I actually like that feature about it, so. But we know I don't have that much taste. All right, we'll hold that. Hey, those are fighting words, Angawa. Everyone play nicely. I kind of fall in that same boat because I like a lot of things that normal people don't, because it is just smattered with, like, Jim doesn't like the butt skirt of the Mursa Kshatriya. No, you will not fight over opinions in my chat. I wonder if the SMS Kshatriya is easy to find. I don't know. I have never had John turn me, do me wrong when he suggests a kit or a design, especially like a kit, per se, to pick up to do. Like, I have never been. He has sent me some to just do reviews on that I was like, I don't know. Like, am I real? The Gurren Lagann. Like, I didn't think I was going. I was like, okay, and then I actually fell in love with that little guy. Like, it was a lot of fun to build. Things like that. I do agree with what I'm planning with the Mursa. As far as the pose and everything, it is going to have to, the head is definitely going to have to be modified, because I'm not going to be able to have it in a up-looking position and it looking the way that it does. This damn thing is a puzzle. So these little pieces in here, you can wait because the resin is flexible enough. That you can just kind of pry it. I say that and then I'll pop it loose. Hold everything together again. What's sad is I had this all together like perfectly and everything when I was messing around with it, and then I literally snapped everything off of it to do this. So you're definitely going to want, it's not going to hold like the Bandai one where it's just going to friction hold on everything. Let's see here. Let's see, what did I miss? That's a joke. Well, and then there's me. What's MRSA? Well, MRSA can be one of two things. It's either something that you need antibiotics for, or it's a version of the Cassatria. And let's see here. Let us Google. Search. So GK model actually has a couple different ones. And I'm kind of interested in which version of, because SH Hobby did a version. So that's a link to the one that I picked up. Let's see here. Gunpla fixation. There are 3 versions of 100 resin Cassatria: Neograde, SMS, and MRSA. I have a few Supernova kits. Miguel, I don't know what I did to buy. Let's see here. Justin, jump in. You'll be fine. Yeah, just take it easy. Just provide version of one of those. So the original Cassatria was by Neograde. They were the first one to do it, and then everyone ended up copying that, making modifications to it. Let's see. Jim says, LOL, unless you dip it in acid, nothing some glue and putty won't fix. Yeah. Yeah. I guess sorta. Okay, and then our next up is going to be, you just want to carefully get this in. Now, once you put this on, it is going to mean you can no longer swing open your hatches and stuff, but no one cares. And this is exactly what I was talking about. You want to make sure that these vents are over all the way. Otherwise, you can't get this in there. And even at that, I didn't get that all the way over. So I can get that side. Let me see here. I'm just going to flatten this out. Let's see here. Dead to Death says fixing resin isn't bad just as long as you aren't working with garbage recast. Do not. Okay, and I'm going to say this with a caveat. I would not suggest buying, especially off of eBay, anyplace else, any kits from Thailand, except, and I'm making this caveat, except for like PK King kits. So PK is out of Thailand, but there is a significant difference. There's a lot of recasters on, especially eBay, that sell kits that are out of Thailand, and they are hot garbage. I can literally go out to my garage right now, and I don't even know why I've never thrown it in the dumpster. I have the base to a Naren piece. He's out of Thailand as well. And there's something about what they call resin that it's more like plaster. And it is. It's hot garbage. See, this is... You guys get to watch me fix my fuck up. By the way, dental tools. Get some. I don't even know what this dental tool is for. If Dr. Hasun is still here, he can probably tell me, since that's his job. But like, I always pick up new shapes of dental tools when I end up finding them at like junk shops and stuff, because sometimes they can be a lifesaver to get into little spots for sculpting. Okay. Hold everything together. Let's see here. If you're working with bad red, super glue and baking soda. Yes, yes, that is my fix for all. PFX when he made his 1/48th one off. If you're resin, you made a bed for yourself. Let's see. Which is why I've been on YouTube for the last 3 or 4 days looking for anything resin related. Well, this is the place to ask, so thank you, Angawa. Tailwhip says, hi, sorry I'm late. Just glad that you're here, hun. I'm actually getting tax return this year, so I might get this high new. Miss Whip in the house. Miguel Crispo, how easy will it be for you to take this apart since you're gluing it? Since I'm just using a little bit, I can pretty much pop all these pieces off. And then if I really want to, I can just literally soak this whole thing in purple power. And in about an hour, all the pieces will be all bloop, fall right off. Because purple power turns super glue into basically like KY jelly type material. Yeah, they'll just pop off easy. Okay, so there is that section. All the pieces are on there. Let's zoom in. Justin says, if you work on cars, you have purple power. Yeah, any kind of like brake cleaner will do. So there are some gaps that we're going to need to fix. But this is pretty much it. I need to fill that hole down here. Once you put everything in here, like once you put this piece, it pretty much just kills any movement that we had in here. So there's that. Let's see. I still have at least 45 minutes before wifey says, make me dinner, bitch. So, what have I got here? So I literally just buy, let me get back out of here. I literally just buy a small bottle like this. This is 32 ounces. You can get at Walmart. Walmart is the cheapest place to get it. You can order it online. But yeah, Walmart's where I end up getting it. And that's what I do. Don't know if I'm... So I don't... The head was super easy. Like, I'm not even going to go through how to build a head because the head was that easy. But I'll show you the head. It pretty much replaces everything that was inside. Put that over there with the rest of the junk. The only thing it doesn't replace is the neck piece. It does give you choice of 2 different. Oh, that's cool. That dollar store has purple power. I didn't know that. It does give you 2 choices for vents. One actually has like vent slots, and the other one just, I don't know what those are. I wouldn't use them. I'd use the ones that look like vent slots. Those I have not put in there yet. But this is pretty much the head. Get nice and in focus there. Everything gets replaced with the head. Now, we are going to have to do some, you can see right over here, there's some gap. But again, guys, I have not hit this with any heat, so keep that in mind. I have not installed the metal pieces for the guns. We will do that later on, because once I soak these in purple power, that will end up falling off. This little gap, I think that will be fine once I heat it, loosen this piece up and shift it over. The little notches, the little vents on top of the crest up here, they do need to be cleaned out a little bit. But I really like the details that are in the head here, and I don't know why it keeps losing focus. But the details are really nice and crisp on here. Let's see here. Cheapest way I can get it is from work, since I'm the assistant used car manager. Now that is funny. We'll pop the head on there so you guys can see, and the best way to pose this is chin down. Well, I think so. Gives it a more menacing look, but there's kind of in a normal look. Giving you guys a right round, baby, right round. Okay, so there's that. We'll do something with the vents. I may do something complete, like these vents I don't want to put in yet, because I actually want to take a super fine file and just define those more. I just want to define them more, make them sexier. Okay. And I was looking for, so what I'm planning on doing is I'll show you. Let me get this out here so I don't super glue the book to the tin. So if you look here on the waist section, which I've already done because I'm a horrible human being. Well, that piece is loose. That piece I glued in, and that piece I glued in. There's detail that's right here. It should be right up underneath here. You want to shave that down flat. On a couple of the skirts, they have these little tabs. You just want to eliminate those. You do kind of need to flip back and forth between the two. Between the instructions and that, because the instructions aren't always clear as far as that goes. Shoulders, we don't want to do shoulders yet. I want the waist. And the way they broke down this manual is kind of weird. They have the front, 1 page, the side, 1 page, and then the back, 1 page. Now, I wasn't about to break that up into separate videos. So pretty much this whole section right here gets kept. You trim off that piece that's up underneath here, so that just will slide on. There's a bunch of little, let me switch back over to here, turn that back on. Get a little more light in there. So there's this piece, there's a piece that goes inside, there's this piece, there's a piece that's inside, this piece, that glue together. Super easy, nothing complicated about that. This piece will go on there, and you can glue that on if you choose to. And you have this piece. Where things get kind of interesting is when you get into the skirts. So, where's my bag of skirts? Shoulders, arms, backpack, skirts. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, which you saying that? Which subscription did you do, Tail Whip? Yeah, it looks fine, but I'm going back to Ngawa's comment, but there's just a little bit too much gap on one side of that head crest. Let's see here. Let's see. What did you think of my picture skills with the Liger? I thought you did a really good job. Resin, too old for toys says Resin. This is terrifying to me. Resin is not like. Don't be scared of resin. Resin is resin. Like, as long as you take precautions. Yes, I know I did a video saying that you should wear a mask anytime you're standing and so forth. How many times have you seen me wearing a mask because you wouldn't be able to hear me while I'm doing this? And then people love correcting that because I will put in there an N95 mask. Oh, those don't do anything. You need like a 3M respirator. No, you don't. You do not need something that heavy duty. You just need something to catch particles. If a normal mask can stop COVID, then a mask can stop resin dust. Just saying. It is. So, what this is, Too Old for Toys, is it's taking the base body and just replacing armor pieces and everything to make them, well, better, sexier, meaner. Let's see here. Steph's Kit says, so pretty, dead to death. Might as well be a fixed pose when it's done. Yes, kinda. Tail Whip says, Nissan GTR 35 1/8 scale by Eagle Moss. Haven't heard of it. Okay, so here's the front. So these are the pieces that we don't use. Which, oh, it's super easy. Where is my other front skirt? This is the front skirt I'm looking for. It is the front skirt I'm looking for. So on this, where am I? We want to pull these apart. Just tear it apart. So we need this little bit right here. Pop that off. Fold up, pop off, take the new one, pop on. It may or not fit correctly, but we're not going to super worry about that right this minute. I have already kind of cleaned it up. I have not heated these up. A lot of these pieces I need to heat up. Like this one's all kind of warped, and I need to get up underneath here. There is a small, when you end up doing this one, it happened on the other piece too. There's a small film of resin that's in here, and you do just need to scrape that out, clean out that slot. Just so everything fits the way it's supposed to. Now, being super careful because I did just replace this blade, and I know me and brand new blades. Let's see here. Let's see, what do we got here? Rage Salazar. Is it better painting them when they are glued together or separated? Different pieces require, I think different pieces require different techniques. This one needs to be flattened out. Like the whole thing's kind of curved. I don't know if it's supposed to be curved. Both sides are. Maybe they're supposed to be. But they got a curve to them. Like a girl's butt. Well, not much of a butt, but it's there. Let's see here. Death. I'll disagree on the mask thing. Wet particles are way larger than resin dust. Do not use N95, please. Well, I say N95 because it is a closer weave than a regular dust mask. Or what they sell as dust mask, and it's also much closer weave than say a surgical mask, like what people have been wearing around for COVID. Because I do notice a difference at work between having to wear the 95 and the regular. So that's why I just say that. Now, if you can afford it, then I definitely suggest getting. Well, where are they? I have them hanging somewhere. I have them hanging in here somewhere. I definitely recommend getting like the filter type, like a painter's mask or something like that. Let's see here. He's tied to a respirator for life now. Oh wait, literally had a member up in the ICU, permanently damaged lungs using N95. He's tied to a respirator now for life. So I know with 95s, there's a big thing. You do have to make sure that it's tight and it does fit you. If it's not, then there's no point in wearing it to prevent you from getting anything. I'm sorry to hear about your friend. I mean, we've seen some horror stories in Facebook groups of, and Dead to Death will remember this one. Some guy had like a rag and a plastic bag over his face as protection. I would recommend, if you're grinding, like if you're actually grinding away, like doing heavy sanding and stuff, wear something. Anything is better than nothing. I do light sanding, and also you guys can't see, but right below my feet, I actually have a 3-stage HEPA filter, which is literally sucking everything that is coming off the desk down to it, except for big particles, because those don't fly anywhere. And then it says wet sand, for the love of God. The one thing that I end up finding with wet sanding, and wet sanding is the best way to do it, but the one thing that I find is it doesn't do you any, my opinion, this is just my opinion, it doesn't do you any good to wet sand if you're not going to clean your area afterwards, and then you just let it dry, because then there was no point in wet sanding. Now you just have all that wet resin dust on all your tools and everything. So clean your station. Wear something if you're doing a lot of sanding. Like when I have to do a lot of sanding, I won't do a live video and I won't video it because I am wearing something. Also, keep your pets in mind. Like, a lot of people forget about their pets. And pets can come in and fuck with resin chunks that you have on the floor and things like that. Keep your pets in mind whatever your hobby is, because they will fuck with shit. Especially cats. And dogs will eat anything. Let's see here. Or use a vacuum. Yeah, that's one thing I like about the HEPA filter fan thing that I have is literally it sucks at everything within a 2-foot radius, and you don't really end up hearing it because it's like 3 feet away from the mic down on the floor. Let's see here. Will you do a live paint of this, especially the detailed parts? And this says, a couple things down, this won't get painted. You'll at least get primed. They sell those fancy boxes that vacuum the dust. Sand boxes. You know what? I saw one. What was it? Razer makes one. But good lord, like $250, and you have to be right up on it. Like I get the, I don't know if I can support that cost for that. I got a nail dust collector to sand over it. That's good. I think Leona uses one of those. Let's see. Ozzy, I work with resin every day professionally, and the best thing purchase would protect your lungs. I only have 2. Steph's Kits. I'll never sand. This is a conspiracy perpetrated by the left. Hello, joking. Or am I? So this was one of those pieces that I was talking about that, like, it's like no bueno. Like, it does not want to, it barely even wants to fit onto that ball thing. I can kind of get it in there, and it's super, super tight. Just kind of wiggle it. Then these little pieces are made. They're supposed to, as long as Dave didn't glue them down, be adjustable. So you can either have them down or you can raise them up. I don't know how far that they'll end up going, but you can actually make these adjustable so that, but just be careful, because once these are on that ball socket, they're super tight, but I'm kind of concerned about that. But I'd rather have them tight than loose. And that's that. All right. Let's do some side skirts. That's the back skirt. Where's my side skirt? Let's see here. Hey, Ric Flair is here. Woo! Let's see. Rachel Azar, have you done the Fortune Meow Strike Freedom resin? No, I have not. I've had more than enough Strike Freedoms in my lifetime. I don't, but I do have the Fortune Meow Dynamis kit coming. So I'm interested to see the quality of their castings. So let's see, what do we got here? I don't even think I use, do I even use any of the pieces for? I don't even think you use any of the original pieces from this guy. So there's the one that's done. We have this one. So we're going to, make sure if I remember this correctly. Yep. Okay, so that works well. So we're going to put on this piece first. Dab of super glue. Dab of super glue. I usually recommend while you're test fitting, do not put the super glue down in the hole. Because then it makes it even harder to pop out the piece. somewhere here. Somewhere on my desk or in a baggie. There's an internal vent and I'm not sure where it is. I will find it. I know it's here somewhere. Okay. Then this piece is going to go on. We're going to do a dab here. Dab here. We're just going to dab all night long. Once we can get some on there. Let's see here. Respiratory protection. Fortune Meow is really good. I got the Fortune Meow Dynamis on the way too. Very nice. And no more resin for me for this year unless Angawa convinces me to get some AOZ resin. I just saw that Dynamis looks really good. Rage Salazar. I guess Fortune Meow resin needs to bump up their game on packaging since this YUJIAOLAND high packaging is behind something that came with a magazine. You are right. So, Anchorette, Anchor T, YUJIAOLAND, whatever you want to end up calling them, I think they've always had a stellar job when it comes to packaging. I have been a fan of theirs ever since I got the first kit from them. I really like their packaging and everything. Their instructions suck, but that's almost every kit maker company. Like I don't know of a resin kit maker that makes a adequate instruction manual. Like there's always like little half-ass pieces missing. And that's kind of what I'm getting myself into with this MRSA one. Is I already know that the instructions are going to be horrible. So we will see how that goes. Alright, we'll put on this back vent. Now all of these you can leave separate and paint separately. It is completely up to you. But I at least suggest test fitting so that you make sure that there's no gaps and stuff. I am let's see here. YLJ is exception rather than the norm. Donuts. Wait, huh? Fortune Meow's packaging looks like something you'd buy donuts in. Yeah, the packaging does look kind of, flimsy and stuff. But so is Maniac Studios. Maniac Studios packaging is kind of crap too. Like it's just a thin folded cardboard box thing. Let's see here. And I don't fancier packaging gets translated into more expensive kits, and I don't collect boxes. Djibouti says, off work. Yay! Enjoy your 7 days off, dude. And so these that go in these side vents, the little notches are offset, so you just want to make sure and do those right. And for these, I'm going to use tweezers. And maybe get in the hole. Come on. That's a good resin piece. Don't stick down yet. I'm not ready. Get in your home. Get in your home. Come on. Come on. That's a good piece. Get in your home. Get in the hole. There. All right, so there's your two side skirts. Okay. Come on. Really? What is this? The struggle stream? There. Okay. So that's what it looks like from the front and the side. Let's see what we can do with the back skirts. Let's see here. I cast machine resin and make everything from pins to artwork. Check out our company, RZ Mask. Check out company RZ Mask. I will. Let's see here. My files and Sandy's Fun Sticks arrived today. Nice. Oh yeah, let me know. I mean, I know how the files are if you got the same ones that I have, but let me know how those sanding sticks are, because I actually picked up some of those just to try out. Let's see here. What kind of glue do you use? Is it the gel type? It is. I prefer using the Gorilla Glue gel type. I do have regular, but I prefer this, just because it stays where I put it, and it's easy to work with. It's not all crazy. And I like the fact that I find out and learn new stuff all the time. Like, I'd never tried the gel type until like sometime last year, and then I was like, oh my god, how have I never messed with this crap? All right, let's get you off of there. Okay, so there's that. Get those off of there. Come on. So these will slide in just like that, except I need to, these are the tabs I was talking about that you need to trim off on these. So we will grab our nippers. Nip off that one. Now I'm putting a little more glue on this one because I do not foresee myself pulling this piece off. Okay, so we'll let that sit. And what we got here? Let's pry this one off. Let's see here. Agawa asks, what do you wear while working Aussie? Justin Norman, Gorilla Glue Gel, and occasionally Hobby Town. Oh, that's too funny because I just happen to have a small bottle of that crap right here. I use that mostly for filling gaps and stuff. Aussie 3M cartridge type mask. They're not that pricey and the filter is replaceable. Angawa says like a P100. Ozzy says, yeah, P100. Hobby Happy Jason TV. Hello. Hello, hello. How are you? Okay, out. Out. So... This should fit in just like that. And then this should fit right over. As long as everything is copacetic, it should all slide together. There's that. There we go. And just because there's a little flex, I'm going to dab a little glue underneath there. And hold that. Let's see here. Let's see. I love that kit says Hobby Happy Jason. Yes, I do too. All right, so on this other side, we have this panel. Let's make sure that I match it. And it's literally just going to sit right in there to fill up that gap. So we had this. This was stock. And I'm just going to do just a couple little dabs. And a little bit right there. We'll hold that. Let that sit. Let that sit without it falling out. Get in there. While we're waiting for that, we'll put on these last two pieces. There's this one. Another little dab of glue here. Slide this one on. And then a little dab right here. Now this one I'm going to use the tweezers again just so I can get in there and then drop it. So get in there and drop. You just don't want to stay in your home, do you? This is your home from now on. So you're going to stay there in your home. And this is going to snap on. And this piece does not want to stay tonight. Except for when I accidentally stick it where it's not supposed to be and then it wants to stick. Good job, piece. Good job. All right. So these, once they're all done, you do get a little movement here with this. You do get some pivot up with this as long as it stays locked onto there. I would probably suggest, I don't know, like they snap on and it acts like it's supposed to move, but it doesn't really. Like it should open up more, so I'm probably going to end up having to modify this a little bit, but we will worry about that later on. So these back ones were the ones that I was going to show you guys in a video maybe later this week of how I fix ball joints that are too small using just glue and the baking soda. So eek. I'm trying to hold this without all the different things going everywhere. So, actually, you know what? Let me stick. So we did this all tonight, except for the head. Let's get all these pieces out of the way. Get out of here. Trying to adjust all these pieces so that they show. All right. So here we are with this guy. Let me get him all in the screen here. So we've got the waist section. We've got all the panels. We did the chest tonight with all the pieces on here. There are a couple pieces that are offset. I already know that, like this piece right here. And those will get fixed once they're actually glued into place. The head we didn't end up building tonight because I already had it, and everything in the head gets replaced. So there's no actual stock parts that get used except for the neck piece. Taking a look at the side, we do need to hit some of these with just some heat. Make sure that all the panels mesh. But here is your profile on that. Let's see here. Ozzy says I can post a pic of the mask on Discord. Please do. Happy looks good quality, even resin. And Steph's Kits does the waist feel heavier now? It does feel heavier now, and it feels more substantial. Of course, it's got a lot more resin and stuff than these back skirts. I am going to have to fix because you can see how floppy they are. Then the other side. But that's where we are right now. And let me see where did I put the rest of the kit? And I still have a whole metal upgrade set to use on this. So, and I haven't even figured out where I'm going to put those pieces. So those will end up getting used. But where? So I cleaned everything up. That was mistake number one. Now I don't know where the legs are. I know we built them. Something is very suspect right now. Not like anybody else got in here. This is all my doing. I just don't know where I ended up putting them. Let's see. What is in there? Oh, there's legs. There you are, legs. All right. Yeah, that's one thing that I got to give these guys is their castings are usually very good. All right, let's see how this goes. Make sure I have the legs facing the right way. All right, so this might prove to be an issue. I would almost hold on. A lot of those pieces don't have homes anymore. Your cat, he's pretty good. But so I just found out one issue. Okay, let's get. Can I get this on with just that one off? No. I have to get this one off, and it's Off. Off. So I would probably suggest, now that I'm doing this, doing this. Put your hip joint in, then put your skirts on, then put your legs on. If something happens and I drop this and things just go everywhere, I'm not even saying bye. I'm just turning off the stream. That would be all bad. There, I can get this one fitted on there. It's just that other one was really tight. But I would still probably recommend putting the legs on or putting the hip joints on before putting the skirts on. All right, and I still have to figure out something to hold the feet. I hear someone. I think I hear someone, unless this... No, it's just me. I thought I heard someone in chat. Probably just me. Okay, let's zoom out. Come on, shrink down. So this is what the guy is looking like. Let's turn that down. So next stream we should be doing... Let me just do this because this is going to be better all the way around. Next stream we should be doing the arms. And a part of the backpack. And let me zoom this guy out a little bit. Scoot you down. So this is what we got so far. Yes, I know. I can't find a happy medium with him. Let's see here. Beauty. Yahoo. Looky, sicky, sicky. Let's see here. Agawa, sure, very clean. Cassie overall. A lot of those pieces don't have homes anymore. Your cat looks huge. He is bigger. He is significantly larger than the stock. They added, I want to say 2 centimeters, 1.5, 2 centimeters in the overall height. Just between the extension in the leg and in the ankles. And in the waist they did an extension. So yeah, they did make him significantly taller, but it looks freaking fantastic. Does have a few little issues, but we will get these panel lines cleaned up, everything resettled once we end up giving him a bath. Heard the wrists are kind of difficult. The difficult part is that they don't want to stay on. Like here's one, like you definitely want to glue this piece in. Like it just kind of slides in and doesn't stay. I would probably change the manipulators to a solid hand. If I was completely honest, I would get rid of, unless you're hell-bent on having these hands, I would probably swap them out for fixed posed hands of some sort. This is the one arm that is done. So if I just pretend and I slide this in, and just carefully, don't like these shoulders. So But technically, that's why he looks like with one arm, two legs. Let's see here. Puffle says, hey. Wow, looks huge. And let me switch over my views here. Let's see here. That's a thick boy, says Miguel Crespo. Yes, thick and tall. Steph's kids. I heard wrists are kind of difficult. Yeah, they're kind of floppy. Not the best wrist to begin with. And hit up Ungawa's friend on Etsy for printed hands. Let me click the link. Ew. Well, those look good. Gunpla options, square hand, Gundam hands version 2.0. Well, I will have to try these out. They're made in resin, square finger replacement for master grade, high grade. Okay. And it includes 4 hands. Okay, that's good to know. Select an option. 1/100 scale for $10.20 plus $3.18 shipping. And are they here in the States or somewhere else? Very nice. Let's see here. I have 2 sets. They're nice. A little cleanup needed. Miguel, that mech case. Yeah, Nicky Poo, my buddy. Yes, he's in the US. Okay, that is a very good thing that is in USA. Because I'm kind of burned on ordering from overseas. So yeah, there's a link in the comment section. And I will try and remember to put it in the description section if you want to check out some fixed pose hands that Ungawa recommends. That's on Etsy. So we can definitely check those out. I'll put those in the description to check those out. Let's see, what else does he have? I see the Chibi Turn A Gundam. Or at least it's given an option for that. I will look at that stuff later. I'll order some. All right. And what have I got here? And so, so I might as well say this. So my wife was kind of worried. She got called to go into work about a half hour early, and her manager wanted to see her in his office before she did anything. Ungawa says the Chibi Turn A is bigger than you think, or like 4.5 inches tall. That's cool. I might pick up one of those too. So she went in, and come to find out, they've offered her a management position before where she works, but she's always turned it down because she had no interest in management. This time, she didn't turn them down. So I don't know what that means for her, other than she messaged me and she has to go buy whole new outfits and everything because it has to go from like black pants and a shirt with the smock over to now she has to wear like dressy kind of clothes because she's going to be in a management position, which I think is good because they always go to her for management advice, and she's always kind of been in that, like answering their questions. What do you think on this? What do you think on that? So now she's just going to be in that role. I don't know if that means that she's going to stop teaching, like they're going to pull her from teaching, or if that's just part of her thing. So Flair says, I think I'm slowly going mad applying all these decals. Thank you, Steph. Yeah, so I don't know what that means as far as money income. I guess we gotta go this weekend or at some point and try and find her some new, like, I guess you would call it dress work clothes. So we will go from there. We'll see what ends up happening with that. The downside, this is the part that I'm afraid of. The downside with her taking a management position is management does not get the holidays that the students get off. So she may not be able to get her regular full week or 2 weeks off during Christmas and New Year's. Management is the only ones that have to stay basically on call and work during that period of time. So I don't know. It's going to mean more work, but I know that she's up for it. I know that she is good and has a lot of things that should be changed and that she knows needs to be changed. So I'm super proud of her for that. She's turned it down several times, but this time she chose not to. So I think she's hoping to be able to fix things. I want to thank everyone that stopped by for the stream tonight. I will make a pretty photo of this on the turntable and do it as a thumbnail. I don't know if I'll do a live tomorrow or Thursday, but I will do one of those 2 days. I want to get the other arm and start working on the backpack. I want to try and get this completely mocked up and everything by the weekend. I'm really trying to do where, like I did with the Unleashed. That was a complete accident of how I ended up doing that in a week. And the flow felt really good. Now I know I had a chunk of this already done. It's already Tuesday. I could just do one, maybe two more long streams and have it done as far as mocked up. But I think I'm going to try and keep with that where I get something and between unboxing, cleaning, what I'll usually do is I'll do an unboxing video, I think on like a Friday, just a video unboxing it, say the Cassatria or the Dynamis. And then over the weekend, I will clean up all the parts and everything because you guys don't need to sit here and you know, watch me sanding 8,000 resin nubs and clipping them and everything like that. But getting all the pieces prepped for go together, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever it is, have sections where you guys can watch me put it together. You guys can ask questions. There's always plenty of resin heads in here. We have a Dead to Death. We have Ungawa. We have Gunpla Fixation. There's a lot of people that work with resin that pop in here. You have Nori TV that pops in here. SD Hobby. You have... I don't know if Jason's TV works with resin or not. But yeah, so we have all of that. Lots of people that are usually here in stream. I'm happy we get a nice flow of people in here and regulars so we can keep up with chat. Everybody can chat with themselves. But yeah, I really want to thank everybody for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy doing these and I'm enjoying them more and more. I'm kind of getting a rhythm down. And yeah, that's it. Sorry about the hiccup earlier with the black screen. I do not know what that was. But once we unplugged everything and plugged it back in, evidently it ended up working. So, yay. But that is it for this episode. Thank you for hanging out for building the YUJIAOLAND high new chest and waist section, and then kind of getting a mock-up with the legs and everything. Definitely stay tuned. We got more on the way. And that's it. So for myself and all the mods here in the chat, talk to you later. And leave it up to the damn mouse going, no, we're not going to work. Get over here. Yes. Get. I gotta turn down the mouse. Turn down the mouse. Turn down. Jeezy crazy. There. Maybe we're... Peace out.